Okay, let's pick back up from our introductory video. We touched briefly on shopping, retail, schools, job centers, the properties, location in relation to those different sectors. Let's dig a little bit deeper into the rent comp set and some of our rents, our comparable properties. So let's go ahead and start in at the portfolio. We'll start here at our three properties, and let's take a look at our current average monthly rent. So we're going to highlight Cantera, the Vive, and the Lantern. And we see that we've got roughly a $650 to $760 average rent range throughout the community. So we've got some, pretty broad spectrum there in terms of just rents within the portfolio. But let's take a look out at our comps and see how we stack up to our core comps. Like we touched in the last video, we've got all the market comps, which we aren't going to look at today, but we're going to look at really our core comps, which let's go down here and highlight those. So we've got the Vive, the Lantern, and Cantera. We see their average rents. Now let's look at our 6 core comps. So we've got our number one comp, which is the one directly adjacent to us, the Highland Creek comp, with an average rent of close to $1,100 per rent per unit. And then looking out and seeing the Lex at Dallas just to the north with an average of $895, Everwood to the south, which I'll get highlighted here. You've got the Trellis just to the east of them, and Hidden Oaks, which is just between Everwood and our subject property, as well as the Alista apartments just to the east of us. So, looking at this comp set, we can see that there's definitely a huge delta between existing rents and our comp set rents. Now, the big difference between the two rents are really the physical improvements in on-site management that are existing in place now. And obviously we have a massive CapEx program, but this should just give you a good visual representation of where we stack up versus our future and current competitors that have an average rent of, call it, $935 versus our average rent of around slightly below $700, leaving for about, let's call it, a 34% gap in average asking rent, which is the reason that we're all here. We're here for the opportunity. We're here to see this thing through, make those proper improvements, and prove out the value to our existing and current and future residents that we anticipate at Cantera, the Vive, and the Lantern. So hopefully that gives you a quick visual of our comp and our comp sets and kind of how rich this opportunity truly is. See you in the next video. Thanks, guys.